it's time for the first federal program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is indeed Friday morning. A little bit of a wet start to the day, but overall not too bad, Evan.
I was getting ready and there were some flashing lights and things.
Yeah, I was sitting here and
it wasn't the police, it was the lightning. I'll clarify that.
Yeah. No, lightning this morning, had some storms probably hit Akron, but nothing here, so.
Well, we're going to trust that things dry up for the rest of the day.
They're going to dry up this afternoon and sunny tomorrow.
Okay. Well, if you are a praying person, pray for less rain because we got a big event tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, this might be important. That big event is our Fulton County Chamber of Commerce Chili Cook-Off. It's back.
It is back.
And it's always, well, pretty much always, but the last 25 years, it's the 25th anniversary for the Red Hot Car Show that accompanies it. Big weekend here in Fulton County.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for this.
you guys, your family gets out and tests some chili?
Well, I don't know if we'll be testing chili as a family, but we might be as a radio station.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. You got a team?
No. Me and Johnny are broadcasting right out front of the studio tomorrow from at least 10 to noon, possibly earlier.
That's awesome. I feel like you're asking me to bring you some chili, so
sure.
If I'm out and about, I will do that. I know that was maybe what you were going for there, so we'll hook you up.
More for Johnny than me. He's all about, I want to try all the chilies. All of it.
You know, that can be a tough combination. You may need to be choosy on your chili sampling, but definitely a fun weekend. Sounds like the weather's going to be great for being out and about on Saturday morning. And we're actually going to have our special guests, Kori Pugh and Chris Peterson. Kori's with the Fulton County Chamber of Commerce, and Chris is with the Blacktop Cruisers Car Club. And they're the ones that are in charge of this entire day here in Fulton County. So we got a lot of information we're going to be getting from them about our big event. We're thrilled that it's back in action. And last year, I think, was supposed to be the 25th anniversary for the Red Hot Car Show. So we're going to do it this year, even bigger and better than ever, probably.
Absolutely. Get that extra year to build up on it.
Okay, so people are going to want to get out. We've got our trivia is about vehicles today.
Oh, crap.
You got Chris here to help you out. It can be a team effort. But what's the top selling non-truck in 2021 so far? This is kind of mod, not really classic. Sorry, Chris. Yeah. A, Honda CR-V. B, Toyota RAV4. C, Nissan Rogue. Or D, the Jeep Grand Cherokee.
All right. I'll think on it.
Okay. And Tanner, we got any sports going on? It's wrapping up a grading period, so
yes.
That might mean we're coming to the end of some sports for fall.
You're exactly right. Postseason play is upon us, if it's not already in some sports. Congratulations to both Rochester High School cross-country teams. Girls and boys both won TRC.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a real big accomplishment. So, yeah, both cross-country teams won TRC and girls soccer just these past 2 weeks.
That's great.
So it's been fun to see the high school have so much success in the fall.
It's always fun when the girls and boys teams of a certain sport both win.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
neat.
Show some dominance too.
That's right.
Yeah, some good coaching. So congratulations to them. A lot of football action going on tonight. Rochester's looking to bounce back after a loss to Northfield last week. Their season record is now 3-2. They're at North Miami. North Miami's looking for their first win. They're winless. They're 0-7. Familiar face across the sidelines, Joe Grant, who used to be a Rochester coach for a year, is the head coach over there in North Miami. So that should be a fun TRC matchup. Pre-game 6:30 tonight, Paul?
6:30, yes, sir.
And you said different commentators.
Yeah, Randy is on vacation, so we'll have the legendary Johnny McCrory on the call along with Ray Davis.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
it's going to be a good game.
Tippecanoe Valley's strong season continues. They're 7-0 now on the season. I think they're ranked number 8 in 3A. They travel to Wabash tonight, who has a record of 1-5. So another in-conference matchup there. But Valley's rocking and rolling.
They sure are.
Yeah.
They're having an amazing
It's
season.
been fun to follow.
A lot of scoring.
A lot of scoring. And the defense isn't allowing much scoring, so a lot of big margins.
Is that a good recipe?
Yeah, that's pretty good recipe for success usually. Pioneers got a record of 5-2. They traveled to Culver tonight, who's got a record of 2-3. And Caston, who has a record of 2-5, is traveling to another local undefeated team in Winnemac, who is 5-0. I know when I was over there for their Community Appreciation Day, a few Winnemac people were telling me that this is the year for Winnemac to do something.
And the whole community gets behind the team, and
right.
5-0. That's a good record.
Yeah, I know they've had a few weeks where they couldn't have a game, so it's nice to see them back in action and undefeated and rolling along.
When's sectionals start for football? Is it a couple weeks?
Couple weeks, yeah. It should be getting pretty close, I think.
I think the draw is either this Sunday or next Sunday.
Yeah, I think you're right. So I'm coming up on it. Got some local college football going on. Not as much as usual. Both Indiana and Purdue are on bye weeks this week, and I think they both need to be on bye weeks this week. Not only are they both coming off a loss, but they're both kind of banged up. So
probably not hanging out together though this week.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But Notre Dame, they're also coming off a loss. Wasn't a good week for the in-state programs last week.
No.
They dropped to 14th in the rankings. Their record's 4-1. They travel to Virginia Tech tomorrow night, who's got a 3-1 record. Notre Dame's a 1-point favorite. That game's at 7:30 on the ACC network. Now, if you are a RTC customer, they do carry the ACC network. I don't remember the channel off the top of my head, what number, but they do have the ACC network. I know they just added it not too long ago.
Okay.
So Notre Dame
check the
fans,
guide.
yeah, should be able to find that game tomorrow night. That should be a raucous atmosphere. Usually is at Virginia Tech.
Well, only having a 1-point favorite shows you how hard it is
Yeah,
to
it's
play
gonna be a pretty good game, I would think. In NFL, the Colts got their first win of the season last week at Miami. Talk about banged up. They're pretty banged up. Doesn't get easier for them this week. They're actually the Monday night game on ESPN. They travel to Baltimore to face the Ravens, who are 3-1. Ravens are a 7-point favorite.
That's a lot. In the
It is
NFL.
a lot in the
That's a big
NFL.
one.
So we'll see who's active come Monday night for the Colts. And you guys will be carrying that game too?
Yes, we will.
The Colts defense would be better.
I
this
think that's
year,
been
so-
a letdown to most of the
You
Colts
think?
fan base. And the Bears, your Bears, 2-2, got another win over the Lions.
It's nice to play the
Justin
Lions.
Fields is now the quarterback going forward.
That's great too. At least they made a decision.
Yeah, exactly. No more going back and forth. They travel out to Las Vegas to play the Raiders, who are 3-1. The Raiders are 5.5-point favorites. That game will be at 4:05 on CBS on Sunday.
I still forget there's professional teams in Las Vegas.
It's really hard not to say Oakland. You get so used to saying it for years. Just like the Chargers, they've been in Los Angeles for 3 or 4 years now, and I still want to say San Diego. So
I'm hoping the Bears can make some noise out there. The Raiders lost a couple of cornerbacks in that game this last week. So
as a Broncos fan, I never root for the Raiders. So go
you're
Bears.
with me.
Go Bears.
Appreciate that.
I got some tidbits here this morning on this day. Oh, I should mention before that the White Sox did lose last night. Forgot we do have a local pro team in the baseball playoffs. They got beat pretty easily by the Astros, but it's a 5-game series, so they can bounce back.
Astros are easy to root against.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think everybody can get along there. We got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1871, the Great Fire of Chicago happened. It killed 200 people and destroyed over 4 square miles of buildings and the original Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh, that's
Wow.
an interesting little tidbit.
I didn't know about that second part.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
Wow. That's when buildings were made out of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fire starts not good. On this day in 1945, the microwave oven was patented by U.S. inventor Percy Spencer.
It'd be nice to invent something that absolutely everyone buys.
That would be a pretty good feeling, wouldn't it?
Yes.
On this day in 1957, the Brooklyn Dodgers announced their move to Los Angeles. Which I always forget it was that long ago. It feels like it was more
That's
recent.
longer than I would guess too.
And on this day in 1971, John Lennon released his mega hit single, Imagine. Yep.
Maybe I'll see if we've got that on vinyl and play it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
And today is World Octopus Day, Egg Day, International Podiatry Day, Pierogi Day, Vet Nurse Day, and American Touch Tag Day.
Okay.
What's a pierogi?
It's
Some kind of food, right?
yeah, it's a dessert.
Okay.
Like what country is that from?
Italy?
You're making him use his brain. It's too
Yeah,
early
France?
for that.
it's definitely European. I cannot remember what country off the top of my head. Ukraine, maybe?
Okay.
Listen during the trading post, the professor will know the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good point.
yeah.
Answer to come. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Tanner.
you're welcome.
Appreciate that. We got a couple of upcoming events. The International Pilgrim Virgin Statue of Fatima will be coming to Fulton County on Wednesday at the Geneva Center Outdoor Pavilion from 3 to 5.
That's cool.
That is very cool. That's really interesting that we could get that. That's
Yeah.
really neat. It's traveled the world continuously, and for more information, you go to www.bluearmy.com or www.fatimatourforpeace.com. The 16th annual Haunted Woods Trail is going to be out at the Fulton County Museum grounds again, and that'll be October 22nd and 23rd, and then the next weekend, the 29th and 30th. Tours start at 7:30 until finished. So that's demand, high demand. Tickets are $8 for adults and $3 for children 6 to 11, and of course all proceeds support the Fulton County Museum. Really good event, and glad we can continue having that. Another fundraiser, the Times Theater is having another movie trivia night. Scary movie trivia.
Yes.
You in that one?
I haven't entered it because I'm going to send some questions because
Okay.
they needed some questions.
Good
so,
for you. All right.
I figured I probably shouldn't.
Thank you for contributing to that. No cheating. Okay, Monday, October 25th is the night for the Scary Movie Trivia. 5 people per team. Tickets are $65 a team, and that's going to be at Uncorked again. The time is 7 o'clock. Also, the 63rd Rochester Kiwanis Club Turkey Dinner is going to be Monday, November 1st from 5 to 7, and we're moving it back to the RHS cafeteria this year. We've had it at the Fulton County Fairgrounds for a couple of years. It's going to be carry-out only. Tickets are $10 and available at the door, or ask any of us Kiwanis Club members. We can get those for you. So the one change will just be carry-out only for that.
Okay.
We also wanted to announce the milestone for Richard and Joyce Briggs. They celebrated their 65th wedding anniversary yesterday. Congratulations, Richard and Joyce. And they had a neat picture in the paper yesterday also. Richard's really great at playing the guitar, if you didn't know that. So you might ask him about that. We wanted to give flowers this morning for Caston Elementary School. They've been recognized as 2020-2021 Project Lead the Way Distinguished School. And that honors schools committed to increasing student access, engagement, and achievement in Project Lead the Way. To be eligible, Caston Elementary had to have more than 75% of the student body participate in this program, and they had to offer at least 2 Project Lead the Way launch modules at each grade level during the 19 and 20 school year. So big accomplishment for them. That's great. Quickly, we got some money news this morning. Stock market really bounced.
It did.
It's because they actually had some sort of agreement in Congress yesterday on the debt ceiling. I haven't had much of that here for the last few months, so the traders really enjoyed that rare occurrence. S&P's up 1% this week. We'll see what happens today. But also the weekly jobless claims. This is something that's really tracked heavily by traders and Wall Street folks. And those were 326,000 last week, which was less than what was expected. And that's always good for the markets. Big announcement for Elkhart County and Amazon fulfillment centers going in up there. And they're expected to hire over 1,000 people. So that's a huge, huge announcement in terms of the labor force up there. And thinking about First Federal this morning, we're kind of matching up, Tanner, with the chili cook-off. Our giveaway for our free checking accounts when you open one or refer a friend to open one is a kitchen tool set. You could actually use these to stir the pot.
You could.
So maybe you got to stop by First Federal in the morning, open a checking account at 8:30, then rush over to get started on the chili.
Or do it today still.
Okay, that might work better. You could refer a friend today, and they might open one, then you get one also. So we're excited about that. We love opening new checking accounts, and we don't have any monthly fees on those checking accounts. So if you need something like that, we'd love to help you out. Contact Mark Blubar or Brian Bell also in our financial services department for any retirement or investing needs that you have, something more long-term savings, and they can assist you with that. maybe have a 401k rollover that you need to look at, or you want to get things organized and get some peace of mind, they're the guys to talk to there. Our phone number is 574-223-2128. I got to start using the 574.
Yes.
Ahead of
That's
time.
quickly approaching.
Get my mind trained on that. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County, and we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank, Paul. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender, and our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
Okay, well, I want to welcome in, we're going to start with Kori. Kori, come on over.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you doing this morning?
Great.
Okay, Kori, you're with Fulton County Chamber of Commerce. What's your role this year?
So I'm the president this year.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about, we're getting to do the chili cook-off this year, and I got to tell you, we really missed it.
We did. We missed it last year, didn't we?
We did.
Yes.
So I've been seeing a lot of pictures in the paper of teams getting together for this event. Tell us a little bit about the process of getting some teams and what kind of turnout we're going to have this year for chili teams.
Yeah, so we've got 15 teams this year, and they are ready to make some chili. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun getting that marketing ready and getting those teams ready to have some competition.
We usually have a lot of local teams. Do we have any teams that are from surrounding areas that are bringing in? It seemed like there were a few names I didn't recognize.
There might be. I didn't look at that. Most of them are local. I believe. I don't know. I didn't look at that to see if they were or not, but most of them are local teams.
One thing I really enjoyed seeing is the businesses creating a team and getting out there together. There's a lot of team building that goes on, good camaraderie, because one thing I didn't realize before we participated a couple years ago is you can't make anything really ahead of time.
You can't make anything. You can chop your vegetables ahead of time. You can do that, but no cooking, any kind of meat or anything like that ahead of time. That all has to be done after the judges' meeting. I believe the judges' meeting is at like 6 a.m. It's early. It's
really
that
early.
morning. It's really early, and you can't cook anything before that. So
The team sends their captain, and the rest of them are still in bed, maybe.
probably.
Okay. Well, tell us kind of about that guidelines for making chili, because we might have some people that were intimidated or weren't sure how it works, and maybe they would be interested in trying that next year.
Yeah, so you just have to get a team together, and the guidelines are already set. It's the health department kind of helps us put that together with that. But you have to make a certain amount, but it's I believe it's 20 gallons that every team has to make.
Now 20 gallons, the judges aren't eating that much. So what
No,
happens with the
they just
extra?
make a small amount, but so that's for the people that come buy the tickets and that taste the chili throughout the event. So that's for everyone, and so we do a judging throughout the event, and so they win prizes. They win cash prizes. We give out $1,000 cash prizes to these teams. So this is a competition. They're wanting that cash money for these.
That's a lot of money.
It is. So there's 4 prizes that we give out for these. There's a People's Choice, and then they will decorate their booths too. So while their captain is out learning how to make the chili, the rest is probably decorating their booth for the judging. So
Can you think of any interesting themes that we've had in the past with some of these booths?
There's been some really good ones. There's usually some Halloween ones because we're pushing up on Halloween.
That's true.
So there's usually some Halloween ones. There's some churches that do some really, really good chili, so sometimes there's some good church ones. There's hospitals that do some, so I can remember some hospital themes.
I remember like a Jamaica theme one time.
There's been a pirate theme before
Oh,
that I can
sounds
remember.
I like
Yeah,
that.
they come up with some really fun themes. So there's a booth judging, and then there's a People's Choice judging. So when you buy your tickets to taste the chili, make sure you get ballots to bring back to the chamber office so that you're voting for your favorite chili, so that you're in on that People's Choice judging too.
Are there any other vendors or serving that goes on during this event that you're organizing?
Yeah, so there's lots of vendors that'll be set up down, this is 8th Street here, selling their food things here also.
So just in case you're with someone that doesn't like chili, you can still get them to come with you.
Yes, sure.
Because there's other food that
There's
you can
other
buy.
food here, yes, that you can purchase here down 8th Street all day long.
Now 8th Street, this used to be where the chili groups have been in the past sometimes.
Yeah, so
Where are they this year?
So big change this year that we're really excited about. I think will make a big difference. We used to put the past couple years we put the chili teams down 8th Street, down the other end of 8th Street, which was just this big wind tunnel and a big crowded kind of mess down there. So this year we're going to go down Main Street, across from the courthouse, in between the courthouse and the chamber office.
Okay.
So lots of space
Pretty
there.
wide open there.
Pretty wide open. So I think that'll make a big difference for the chili teams and for the crowd too. So
It's kind of fun organizing a really popular event because you know you're going to have it the next year and you can make little changes like that.
right,
each
yeah.
year.
The down 8th Street didn't work so great. So hopefully this will make a big difference for that.
That's great. Hey, give us an idea. I know organizing an event like this, doesn't just happen. Give us kind of an idea of kind of how you make this happen, volunteers and the amount of work that goes into it.
Yeah, so Jillian Kramer is the executive director at the chamber, and Stephanie Hesley is the assistant. So they've done so much work. Really, they've done all the work on this, and so they get all the credit for this. But they started. Well, they've had 2 years this
Oh, that's
time,
right.
So they got extra time this time. But
That's
yeah,
nice.
so they start about 9 months ahead and put all this together. But this has really a group effort with the town and the county, and really everyone participates in this, and especially this year I feel like too, because the street lights are redone, the painting has been done, the concrete is done, the road's done, everything is kind of coming together at once here. I just saw the porta pots go by. I mean, you have to think of all of that.
That's right.
A
lot of
before you can
logistics.
put this kind of event together, and you have to think of all that ahead of time.
Well, it's kind of neat. We're putting our best foot forward, it sounds like, as a community.
I think so. This is going to be a great day tomorrow. The weather sounds great.
And I imagine we draw people from outside the county that like to come to this event too.
Yes, I would think so, and I'm sure Chris can talk about that some more too with the cars. I'm sure they come all over, and that's what we want to do with this event, is just bring in people from all over and show them this great town that we have. It's looking really, really nice, and they've done such a great job.
And I know we were talking about weather at the beginning, but we usually get a beautiful Saturday for this event for some
Sometimes
reason.
it's a little chilly in the morning, so bring your hat and gloves sometimes in the morning, but we can eat chili and deal with that.
We've been talking with Kori Pugh, the president of the Fulton County Chamber of Commerce, about our chili cook-off, which is tomorrow morning. And for people that want to come and enjoy it, what's the time that you recommend for
Okay, yeah, so we will start selling tickets at the chamber booth, which the chamber booth will be right in the smack dab in the middle, right, I'm pointing like you all could see, but right smack dab in the middle, across from the courthouse.
They're on Main Street?
On Main Street,
Okay.
in corner of 8th and Main Street. At 10 o'clock, we'll start selling tickets, and then the chili judging, they'll start selling chili at the booths at 11 o'clock, and that
Okay.
will go from 11 to 1.
Great.
And sometimes the teams do run out, so you might want to get there at 11, so then make sure you can taste all the chilies for all 15 booths.
Paul, you guys are going to be out there?
Yeah, we're gonna be out there.
That sounds awesome.
I do have a couple sponsors I do need to mention, because
Okay.
of course can't do it without them. We have a habanero pepper sponsor, Duke Energy, a Serrano pepper sponsor, Affordable Hearing Store, and Poblano pepper sponsors, Fraunfelter Dental Clinic, First National Bank of Monterey, Life Care Center of Rochester, and Rochester Dental Center.
I like those chili
Thank you.
pepper sponsors. I can't say anything.
I gotta say it.
How many times can you say pepper? Well, thank you so much, Kori, for coming in and highlighting our big county event tomorrow, and appreciate all the work and effort that the chamber puts in on this.
Yeah,
for our
thanks so much for
community.
having us. I think it's going to be a great day, so I hope everyone comes out and enjoys the day.
All right, well, we'll welcome in Chris Peterson. He's representing the Blacktop Cruisers Car Club.
Good morning.
Morning, Chris. Yeah, get that mic up there close for you, if you can. There we go.
It's a stubborn one.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, how we sounding there, Paul?
Sounds great.
Okay.
Okay, so we mentioned just a few minutes ago, this is a big year for the Red Hot Car Show, which you guys put on here in Fulton County in conjunction with the Chili Cook-Off. 25th event.
Yep.
That's a big number.
Yeah. It's been around for quite a while. We tried to do it last year, like everybody else, and
That's a good effort.
kind of got pushed back. But we should have about the same show that we had planned for last year.
Okay, well, let's pretend that our listeners don't know anything about this event, even though it's been going on a long time. And if you were out and about at all on these Saturdays, you would have seen a lot of cars out here. Tell us a little bit about the event that you try to put on.
We, as a car club, put on a show here. We typically draw up to 400 cars.
That seems like a lot to me.
Yeah, that's our kind of our standard. You know, we've had up to 600 cars.
In relation to car shows, is that pretty big?
It's huge.
Okay,
Yeah,
it sounds really big to me.
Until somebody proves me wrong, it's probably the largest one-day show in Indiana.
Wow.
You know, most of your bigger shows are 2-day shows.
Okay.
But yeah, if we have 600 cars, you don't see that very often. You know, most of them are 100, 200 cars. But we draw from the surrounding states every year: Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois. I've had a call, somebody's buddy from St. Louis, Missouri's coming up.
Wow.
So we'll have another state this year. But
That's hundreds of miles.
yeah, and it's you know, it's a good sized show. We have class. We separate our judging into classes, and that's what people like. You get your older cars judged against the older cars, and your newer cars are judged against.
So more categories.
Yeah, there's 41 categories.
Wow.
And we have 10 judge teams, which consist of 3 to 4 guys each. So there's a lot of
opportunity.
lot that goes into getting it set up, and a lot of help from surrounding car clubs and car guys in different communities.
So those judges come from the different areas?
Yeah,
or?
they're
Okay.
from the Kokomo area, Peru, Bourbon. We have one from Fort Wayne, and then we have 3 or 4 teams that are predominantly our club members and locals. But it's judged by, you know, different people, not just a club.
We're visiting with Chris Peterson about the Red Hot Car Show happening tomorrow here in Fulton County. Really excited to get back into this 25th anniversary. What's your favorite car classes, Chris?
I'm a Ford guy.
Okay.
I like all the 60s, and the muscle cars is my favorite. I grew up in that era when every manufacturer was, you know, there's a horsepower war, and I ate that up as a kid, and I still like it.
Is there any of that anymore with modern vehicles, or not so
Yeah,
much?
it's not as predominant, but they still like to have the most horsepower,
champion,
the fastest car in town.
Oh, that's good to hear, because there's a lot of American culture with cars, and that's something neat that you guys are continuing to
And
proliferate here.
Our car club and the show, you know, it's all inclusive. I mean, if you have a foreign car, we have a class for that. Anything 4-wheel drives, trucks, we have motorcycles. So, you know, we're all inclusive. We don't stick to one brand or just a fast car. Or, you know, you'll see a little bit of everything.
I imagine though, when you guys are, having club breakfast or lunch, you probably have some strong opinions on different things. Well, it's nice you can come together and invite everyone to this.
You don't want to have issues going to a car show. We usually travel in groups, but you know, if you have a Chevrolet and it goes down, you don't hear the end of it.
Okay.
Vice versa, if you have a Ford or Mopar.
I wondered about that.
But it's all done in fun, and
Absolutely.
the whole car group, you know, the automotive
The culture.
enthusiasts,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they help each other. It's a good. All these people coming in, or you know, it's a good group of people. You know, you hardly ever see, you know, anything, you know, backwards or wrong.
Well, I'll tell tell you too, I'm one of those guys that's brought some kids to one of these events before, which, you know, I was nervous as heck about it.
Yeah.
But all the car owners were so generous with their time and comments, and really, it just always stood out to me, making us feel really comfortable, even as a family. Because I was just nervous with, you know,
Yeah.
you'd like to say your kids obey you, but you know how that works sometimes.
Yeah. And it's, you know, they're very, they love to talk to people about their cars.
They really did.
It's very interesting. I mean, if you take the time to talk to the people on what they did and why they did it, you know, usually there's a story behind
That's
it,
right.
whether it's high school or somebody's uncle or father had something. But there's a lot of good stories. Just they're, you know, you need to walk through with respect, like you
Yeah.
say. You know, these car owners have thousands of dollars in a lot of these.
In time.
And it's almost like their child.
Yeah. Well, it's a great event, and tell us a little bit about some of the specifics on the timing and different things, because there may be some people listening that are maybe even interested.
We try to have our parking crew in place at 7 o'clock, which
Okay.
is just about daylight, and we'll have cars rolling in by 7 o'clock. Our registration opens at 8. We have a judges meeting at 10:30, start judging the cars at 11, hopefully be all done, and give the trophies out, have a trophy presentation at 7th and Main at 4 o'clock is our goal.
Okay.
It's all weather dependent, you know, with sunny weather like they're calling for, you know, we're expecting high numbers of vehicles, and the more vehicles we have, the longer it takes to judge, and once it's judged, the registration people have to count, you know, get everything in the right category. So we shoot for 4 o'clock, and usually we're not too far off.
That's good. So you said 7th and Main. That's your kind of your setup headquarters for your group.
That's where we're going to have registration in
Okay.
the Arlington room of Giretti's.
Oh, great.
So if you're bringing a car, just follow the signs, bring it in, and then you'll be directed to go to registration, and they'll get you in the right class for your car. And
Great. So this is a big one, 25th. Anything special for this year?
yeah, we're bringing in it's a TV personality for the car people. The car guys would know Stacy David is coming up, and he's a TV personality that has a car show. It's called Gears, but he
Okay.
just goes over restoration and
That's great.
stuff like that. But yeah, I've had quite a few calls. There's a lot of people coming just because of that. So that's why we think our number will be probably inflated. So
Well, awesome job attracting celebrity in, and
yeah,
should be a fun, memorable 25th anniversary that
yep.
will be talked about for quite a while. How many volunteers does it take to put on something like this, Chris?
Typically, well, the 10 judging teams of 4 is 40 people. It takes right off the get-go.
That's right.
We probably have 35 parkers that people are pretty much at each intersection, making sure people are parked properly and orderly, you know, for the safety of everybody, but also for the emergency exit that's required. So it's safe if something does happen, everybody can get out. Registration, we probably have 15 to 20 people. So, you know, you're getting up there around 80 to 100 people to actually put the show on, and that's not counting the people that go out for sponsorship and everything, which
It's a big effort.
has been fabulous.
Great.
I mean, it's we have probably a list of 70 different sponsors,
Community sponsors. That's
community
incredible.
sponsors, some regional sponsors.
Awesome.
It's very well funded by the community and very much appreciated.
Well, this also is kind of a fundraiser. Give us an idea of
Yeah, we as a car club are a nonprofit organization, so nothing's kept back.
It sticks.
But we give to, and I know on this one, but Riley's Children's Hospital is a big one. We typically give to the animal shelter
Children's Center.
the American Legion for the veterans. There's a cancer help. It's out of Kosciuszko in Fulton County. And pardon me for forgetting the name. But
Yeah, I'm thinking of it too. It's like fire, cancer on fire. Or something.
Yeah,
That's not it, but it's something like
it's
that.
something like that. But it goes to the cancer patients that need money for transportation.
That's awesome.
Or, it's to help. It's not, typically for their medical bills. It's
Right.
to get them through
The other things that
Yes,
you don't even think about.
But and then we have some smaller ones that we give to Shop for a Cop. But it all goes. Most of it stays local. The Riley's is one that's it's a big one.
It
goes
touches
to
a lot of
good
people.
cause, and it touches a lot of people in the community. So yeah, that's where the money goes. So
That's great. Well, we want to thank you, and we want to thank Kori and your groups for putting on this great event. Lots of people enjoy this event in Fulton County, and you've now described it even beyond Midwest for the car show as
Yeah.
well. So thank you so much for your groups putting on this amount of effort to do it. We look forward to it every year. We're excited it's coming on tomorrow.
thank you.
Yep, thanks for being on. Okay, we got trivia. Go ahead and chime in if you need to, Chris.
No,
What's the top selling non-truck in 2021 so far? Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, Nissan Rogue, or Jeep Grand Cherokee?
Hey, he's got no clue, neither do I. So I'm gonna go with the Grand Cherokee.
That's not correct this time, Paul.
Oh.
It's a Toyota RAV4.
Oh,
Toyota.
Yeah, they kind of are big every year, aren't they, globally? 313,447 units so far in 2021. Well, we want to end our show today with some words of wisdom for us to think about. Don't go through life, grow through life. That's from Eric Butterworth, the Canadian educator.
I like those. And with that, we'll see you guys again next week.
Thank you, Paul.